This video, I'm going to give you a walk-through tour of the Little Italy University Village neighborhood. Let's go. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Joe Scott, your local real estate guy here in Chicago. If this is your first time to the channel and you like videos about living in Chicago, things to do, stuff you should know, please hit that subscribe button. The bell will make sure you're notified whenever I make a new video. Also, people call me every day. They're thinking about buying and selling in the Chicagoland area. So if you are thinking about buying or selling, please give me a call. I make moving in Chicago easy for you. Okay, let's get into the walkthrough tour of the Little Italy University Village neighborhood. All right. Welcome to Taylor Street in Little Italy. We're gonna walk down Taylor Street right now. We are heading west on Taylor. As you can see right there to the left is Thai Bowl, one of my favorite Thai places. I get the chicken pad Thai, no sprout, no peanuts. I know I like my stuff plain, but that's a solid spot. Been there for a long time. Up here in front of you, you have Nia Agora, the neighborhood butcher. I'm not a kitchen guy. I don't cook a lot, but people love to go there. They have quality meats. One of the pluses of living here on Taylor Street. As you can see, a bunch of restaurants, small businesses. Taylor Street is the hub for that here in the Little Italy neighborhood. Passing Volcano Sushi. On the left, you can see Al's Italian Beef. Cash only, so no credit cards in there. Great beef, great fries. Right here to the right is Mario's Italian Lemonade. Throughout the summer, this place is packed every night. Cars double parked. People come from all over to get lemonade. I say Italian lemonade there. Really popular spot. Now, here on Taylor Street, like I say, it's the street that goes between the east side of UIC's campus and the west side of UIC's campus. We're going to have a bunch of small businesses here in this neighborhood. I'm hoping that when the stay-at-home order is ended, all of these small businesses are going to be able to open back up and get back on their feet because they're really important to this neighborhood. It's a really cool community. I've lived in this area for over 20 years. A lot of these businesses have been here the entire time. So you really get used to these places. You get to know the workers. You get to know the owners. And like I said, we love to support our local businesses here in Little Italy. Village Eye Care, that sign with the lady with the glasses gets written on, tagged all the time. I know they must hate that. Over here on the left, a nice French cuisine restaurant, Chez Joël. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I've never been in there, but it's a nice little restaurant. I hear good things about it. One of my favorite spots in the city we just passed by, that's Busy Burger. I actually think I'm going to cross this street here and turn back to it. One of my favorite places. I've been going to Busy Burger for over 20 years. Whether you're talking about burgers, fries, shakes, chicken sandwiches, it's just an amazing spot to go and grab food quickly. Real staple here in the Little Italy neighborhood. So definitely check out, whoa, that was a quick spin right there. Definitely check out Busy Burger if you are in the area and want a quick bite. Now, coming up here, we have ML Kitchen and China Night Cafe, two great Chinese restaurant options. I'm getting ahead of myself on the cuisines. My favorite spot right here, all right, I'm a comic book geek. First Aid Comics is my spot. I go in there often to check out comic books. The local wine spot right here is Gentile's Wine Shop. And right now we just passed Taylor and Racine. Experience awesome breakfast place. We have about 3 or 4 awesome brunch places here in the neighborhood. That right there on the left is 10 Doors, another neighborhood bar. This area used to be a lot of housing projects. They tore those down, built up a mixed income community. They saved this building. They are going to make it into a museum. So they're raising money, funds for that. It's been a long time coming, but hopefully it ends up coming to fruition soon. The National Public Housing Museum is what it is intended to be. So I think that'll be really cool when they get that taken care of because, again, there's a lot of history in this neighborhood when it comes to public housing. So I'm sure they'll get that done. But like I say, hopefully it gets done soon. Coming up here on the right is the brand new library we have here on Taylor Street. As you can see up there on top, those are rental units. The rental units are a combination of affordable and market rate. This library has been here for about a year, a little bit over, but an awesome addition to the neighborhood. Before this, we had a smaller library that really wasn't that big for, oh, this guy almost ran into me. There wasn't that big of a help to the neighborhood, but this is a much larger library, and it's awesome for the community. Right there is Sweet Maple Cafe. I mentioned brunch spots. That is another one of our brunch spots, probably the most popular. It's been there the longest, and it's the most well-known throughout the summer, spring months. Lines out there every weekend, no reservations. It's come as you are, self-serve, not self-serve, but come as you are. No reservations, so you got to get there and wait. We just passed County Barbecue. Awesome brisket right there. Devontae over there on the left, Italian restaurant. Coming up here is Stacks, another awesome breakfast brunch place. Right now, we're at the corner of Taylor and Loomis. In front of me is Francesca's. Now, you can't tell because of the construction right there, but all those black awnings right there, that's Francesca's, another great Italian restaurant here in the neighborhood. I've never been to this place, and I'm not going to butcher that name up. But as you can see right here, the local neighborhood Starbucks. On the left is Drum and Monkey. Drum and Monkey is the classic bar where you go into, grab some drinks. Nice older looking spot, but it's, like I say, it's a neighborhood staple. And like I say, nice spot to walk into. Again, neighborhood Starbucks, you need one of those. Every neighborhood needs one of those. Quickly walking down here, you can take a look. And as you can see, the traffic and kind of, it's not as many people as there usually are because we are currently in the stay-at-home order. This spot right here, awesome little market, great sandwiches in there. But usually during the day is a little bit more traffic. There's Vintage, really large sports bar here in the neighborhood. Like I said, usually a lot more traffic, a lot more people during the day here, but the stay-at-home order, it's a lot less going on right now than there usually is. Because of UIC being here, the summer months are a little bit leaner as far as people than the fall and winter. Hawkeyes is the staple sports bar here in the neighborhood. White Claws, give me a black cherry or a raspberry. Hawkeyes has been here as long as I've been living in this neighborhood. Like I say, it's the classic long-term neighborhood bar. So if you're in the neighborhood, give it a try. Ed, the former owner, is an awesome guy, and the new owner, Jim, I've met him a few times. Nice guy as well. They have a nice beer garden, a patio out there. Once people are able to get outside, they'll be there. Right here is Rosebud. Rosebud, just like Hawkeyes, has a nice beer garden, outdoor eating area. This will be filled with people as soon as they are allowed to. And just panning up here to give you an idea of the iconic Rosebud sign. Now, we've passed a lot of Italian restaurants, but as you can see, there's the patio. It's a grill, burgers, hot dogs, etc. A ton of different cuisine here on Taylor Street, all kind of restaurants. You have to watch yourself. Hey, what's up, lady? You have to watch yourself. If you don't cook, you can get in trouble. De Posada, that's my favorite taco burrito spot. I go there all the time. Excellent burritos. Definitely check out De Posada if you're in the neighborhood. But like I mentioned, so many food options. Right here on the left is Pompeii. Pompeii is going to be strudels, pizza, pasta. You walk in, grab it, cool restaurant, and affordable draft beer. Now we're moving up on Taylor and Ashland, and that's where we get to the medical district. Once you pass Ashland on Taylor Street, it's the medical district. That's U of I Health. It used to be UIC Health, but we're not going to get into that. But U of I Health, you're going to have Strogers over here. Also, you're going to see Rush. So all the medical complexes here. Midwest Orthopedics at Rush. My ruptured Achilles, they took care of me there. Excellent surgeons. I also did my rehab in the same building as well. Here's one of the communities here in Little Italy. Awesome community full of townhomes. Just showing you a quick look at that. I'm going to make sure we walk through a lot of the housing communities we have here. And if you have any questions on cost of living, I made a video on cost of living for this neighborhood, the rent, condos, townhomes, get median sales prices. So I'll make sure to put a link to that video at the end of this. Marriott, we have a local hotel here in Little Italy. So, hey, you have friends, family coming to visit you. You don't have enough space for them. Have them check out the rates here, and they could be staying right down the street from you. Where UIC Little Italy area is, we are just south of the West Loop. So right now I'm walking up to Harrison Street. There's the light here, but just past it you can see the overpass. That's the expressway. That's I-290, the Eisenhower. Once you go past that, that's considered the West Loop. So that gives you an idea of the proximity of this neighborhood to the West Loop. And I always tell people, and I always say, the affordability of this neighborhood compared to the West Loop is amazing, and you get so much Little Italy really is a neighborhood that I think is overlooked. People don't know that much about it, but when you look at the values of the home and just the overall neighborhood, it is, I think, the best value or one of the best values you can have here in the Chicagoland area. All right, right there's Andrew Jackson. We have 3 magnet elementary schools in the area. That's Andrew Jackson. I believe that might be the highest rated of the 3, but they're all rated well. If you live in the neighborhood, that does not mean you automatically get to go to the magnet schools. You have to go through a process. The entire city can go to these schools, so it's pretty competitive, but we have 3 in the neighborhood, which increases your chances of getting into one of them. Right there's Credit Union 1 Arena. That is where the UIC men's and women's basketball teams play. That's where I play my college basketball. Also, it's a concert venue, and it's another addition to the neighborhood. Like I say, right here on the left, we're now moving up to campus right here. That's a new dormitory that was built right here on the left, that fancy futuristic looking building. I'm going to make a turn here, and I'm going to just take you through campus real quick just to give you an idea. This is the east side of campus. Look at that, UIC, most diverse university in Chicago. Yes, it is. One of the cool things about this neighborhood is that the anchor is UIC. Look at all this space. The state owns all of this. This is not going to be built up and be high rises. The density of this neighborhood is going to be kept in check. All this green space, all this grass, as you can see, people walking through with their dogs, jogging. You can come through and just enjoy all of this green space. This is awesome. You don't really expect to see this in a downtown neighborhood, all of this awesome green space. So this is a big plus for the neighborhood. Going to take a walk down Polk Street right now. Polk Street is right in the middle of the neighborhood, but I wanted to give an idea kind of what the blocks look like outside of the major streets. What you're going to see is a bunch of single-family homes, condos. There are going to be some, and a lot of apartment buildings as well. A lot of apartments, like I say, UIC is here. A lot of students rent places throughout the neighborhood, but I want to let it be known it's not a college atmosphere, okay? It's not loud parties. The kids are respectful. This neighborhood, it has a good mix, but a lot of, like I say, right there is a new condo building. A lot of homeowners, and it isn't like a overrun college area where there's drinking, loud music, partying, none of that. All the students are respectful, and the neighborhood is something you don't have to worry about as far as the college population. That's Carms. Steve, awesome guy. I've known him since college. Burgers, hot dogs, chicken sandwiches, and they have awesome Italian ice. Some say better than Mario's. That across the street is Fontano's, awesome subs. Just going to walk down the street real quick here. I mentioned all of the schools, all the magnet schools that we have, the elementary schools. So I wanted to just walk up here and show Galileo. This right here to the right is Galileo. Also to the left, you can see a little bit of the old and new architecture and buildings here in the neighborhood. But Galileo Scholastic Academy of Math and Science. This is the second of the 3 magnet elementary schools here in the Little Italy neighborhood. Right here, we have Sheridan Park. Now look at this. There we go. That's a nice graphic right there. Sheridan Park is where Galileo uses it. This is right behind Galileo, but Sheridan Park is pretty cool. In that building right there, they have a swimming pool, basketball court. There's also a playground over there. This field right here is used for recreational leagues. The Little League is here at this park as well, but it's really nice. And as you can see, people are laid out here. It doesn't really get that busy here. This is tucked into the neighborhood. If you're not from this area, you don't know this exists, but it's a really nice field and area to have to utilize if you live here in the neighborhood. Just walking up here will give you an idea, show you the park. This all is still Sheridan Park. And right in front of you, you can see the tennis courts as well. So nice little area. And again, this is right here in the middle of the Little Italy neighborhood. Right in front of those buildings is Taylor Street, just to give you an idea. Busy Burger is, I'm going to let this spin back around, just showing you the building right here where I said had the basketball court and the swimming pools and all that. Right here is a nice little development too. I see older townhomes right here. Some of these are updated, some are not, but these are 2-3 bedroom townhomes, and they have basements in these as well. So we're going to spin back around, and right there in front of us is Taylor Street, and to the left is Busy Burger, just to give you an idea of where we are in Little Italy. All right, gonna spin back around. Sorry for all the spins right there. Now we're on Roosevelt. We're on Roosevelt, and we are walking east. To the left right there, that big church, that is St. Ignatius High School. St. Ignatius High School is one of the better known Catholic high schools in Chicago. And like I said, it sits right here in the UIC area, a Little Italy area. Right there is an old firehouse that now is an art studio that St. Ignatius uses as well. People say St. Ignatius reminds them of Hogwarts from Harry Potter. Never seen the movie, but it has the same colors and feel to it. Right here are the new fields that St. Ignatius built. Football, soccer, track, really impressive. These fields to the right are new. Now I'm walking you into the athletic fields. This is Curtis Granderson Stadium. This is the baseball stadium for UIC baseball. And back here, as you can see, more green space, but here are all the outdoor sporting fields for UIC. Right here to the left, that's where the UIC women's softball team play. Behind me, I didn't film that, is the men's soccer field. But as you can see right here, softball. Right behind there are some dormitories. They all face the stadiums. But look at all this green space. There's actually some beach volleyball right here to the right. I don't really know why that was ever put up, but they're there, and people do use them when the nets are up. But look at this. Again, speaking to UIC and all the land they own in the neighborhood, all of this extra green space, all this is open for the neighborhood to people walk through and use. Now, understand when there are events at the parks and games are being played, there will be tickets. You can go watch that. And sometimes these fields are taken for certain events. A lot of recreational leagues use these fields to the left and to the right. But again, awesome green space, and not many neighborhoods have this much of it. So definitely a really big plus for the UIC Little Italy University Village area. And right now we're walking up to University Village, and I'm going to take you down University Village. University Village is a development. It's a part of the neighborhood. It's about 2003 is when it was built. Right now we're on Halsted Street and 15th, and we're walking north. So to give you an idea, these are the condos, 2-3 bedrooms. They're 1-bedroom condos as well. But just to give you an idea, and like I mentioned, I have a video where I'm talking about the values of the homes. You can definitely take a look at that to get an idea of what these condos range. But this is a really big community. This community it stretches from Roosevelt all the way down to 15th Street on Halsted, all the way over to about Morgan. And they also have some nice small businesses here as well. Right here to the right is Reggio's. As you can see on the left, further up is Steak and Shake. We're walking up on a Bar Louie. So there are a lot of restaurants and shops, a hair salon, different small businesses right here in University Village as well. Making a left here on that street, Maxwell, that takes you right back to where the baseball field is, just to give you an idea of the location. To the left right there, those are dormitories as well. So UIC owns some of the land associated with this as well. Right here's Maxwell Street. Really cool cobblestone brick street. Again, more small businesses, the Bureau, Lalo's, cafes, brunch spots. So again, much more small businesses. You can see the statues and people. You may think they're real, but they're not. Had to show the original gyms over here. 24/7. These places are open. Hot dogs, Polishes, hot dogs, hamburgers, whatever. They never close. Really popular spot. Wanted to show you all Emerald Street. Emerald Street. This is 1 block east of Halsted, right from where I was walking down the street in University Village. This entire block is single-family homes. Look at this. This doesn't seem like we're in Chicago right now. Really quiet, tree-lined street, all single-family homes. The range on these homes go anywhere from $850,000 up to about $1.3 million. Like I say, really cool block if you're looking for a street for a single-family home. A lot of people like this block, and they always pay attention for when a home might go on the market because there aren't a lot of them. And like I said, this area is really nice. And we're moving up here to the park. This park right here, all these homes on Emerald are associated with University Village and their HOA. So they all put together their money and funds to take care of the parks in the area, etc. This is another condo area we have. This is called University Commons. Right here, I'm off of Morgan and 15th Street. To the left and to the right, these are converted condos. This used to be big factories, but they came in and they converted all of this into condos. All of them are pretty cool. Each space is pretty, oh, almost got hit by the Amazon truck. Watch out. All of these places are unique. The floor plan, there are some consistent floor plans, but a lot of these places are very unique. Look at the front decks on these places. They're huge, all right? Huge front decks on the first floor for these units. Huge garage space, so everybody has a garage spot with their condo. So yeah, University Commons, another one of the condo developments here. I was just walking down Racine, and I want to take a picture of this. I think it's pretty cool. I didn't exactly know what it was, but it's the Maxwell Street Community Garden. So this is right here on Racine. I'm walking north, headed back towards Roosevelt, but I just wanted to show that as I was walking down. The Brooks Homes, had to show that. That is the home of some of the best basketball players to come out of Chicago. When I coached at Crane, a lot of my players came from there. Now, this is Roosevelt Square, another one of the developments. This is where I actually live. I live in Roosevelt Square. This block right here is full of townhomes. Roosevelt Square is full of townhomes and condos. It's a mixed income community, so there is some affordable rental Section 8 housing associated with the development, but right here is the row of townhomes. Again, there are condos as well, and as you can see through the back, this is phase 2. They're gonna start up with phase 3, but it's not there yet. But hey, that's a quick run of Little Italy. Those are all of the neighborhoods. I hope you had a fun walk with me through the tour, and I hope I was able to give you some information, and you now have a good idea of what the UIC University Village Little Italy neighborhood looks like. Okay, that's a full walkthrough of the neighborhood. I hope you liked the video. Again, if you like videos about what it's like to live in Chicago, things you should know, things to do, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, if you're thinking about buying or selling in the Chicagoland area, make sure to give me a call or text. I make moving in Chicago easier for you. I'm Joe Scott. I'll see you next video.